what age. I started learning game at 18. I would even argue there were certain things I was better at back then than I am now. I feel like back in like 2014, 2015 when we were going out, like I feel like I was more ballsy with certain things. So yeah, there was almost like, we were so socially calibrated that it was almost like we were just these degenerate fucking like hoodlums type of fucking vibe. So we calibrate a lot so that we're kind of likable and like popular. Does that make sense? It's like anywhere we go, people know us, in Toronto especially. But like, cause like, dude, it's crazy. We were out the other day. I thought leaving Toronto for a month, we kind of like reset my like social status or people would forget who I am. And then like, dude, I'm out and I approach girls and they're like, Justin, I already have you on Instagram. Like we already know each other. I'm like, fuck. God damn it. Like it happens a lot. You'll see it. Like we'll go out, you'll do a cold approach and just like followed by drunk Justin too. Like you'll see that a lot. Or like, and you'll ask me about a girl and I'm like, I don't know who she is. And because I have like 15, 20,000 girls following me on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot. You know, you'll approach a hot chick, turns out she knows me, she's heard about me, she might see my content, right? I actually have, you know what's funny? I actually have a really good reputation in Toronto. With my content, it's almost like I purposely started becoming infamous a little bit. Like I did this street interview. Which girls give the best blowjobs? And I'm like, 19-year-old women with eating disorders and daddy issues. That one blew up. Like I had a bunch of fucked up content like that blow up, just like being an idiot. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of girls thought it's funny. And you know, everyone knows I'm kind of trolling. You know, like it didn't get taken out of context. Everyone knows I'm fucking just being an idiot. Yeah, dude, like it isn't, imagine this, right? I'm gonna explain to you guys how this shit actually works. You can be a influencer with millions of followers. Like I have a buddy in Australia who has literally 10 million followers on social media. I know he made absolute bank from like Facebook. I know he had like a month where he made like $200,000. Imagine making like $200,000 in a month. And then like, his game's, don't get me wrong, his game's good. He's fucked hundreds of women. He's all Christian now and shit. So he's like all wholesome, has a girlfriend and Christian now, which is great for, honestly, really good. I think it's awesome, right? But, so he doesn't really do game anymore. But I remember there's a point where it's like, I was coaching him with pickup because he had redeveloped social anxiety. And actually, I think I'm experiencing this now, which is really interesting. Because like when you have like millions of eyeballs on you, it's not necessarily that you develop an ego, but it's like you don't want people to, you feel judged a lot. You know what I'm saying? I find it interesting because you can have hot girlfriends crushing it in every area. You can be a millionaire and you can still have like bad game. And I'm not saying I have bad game at all, right? Actually, I find it interesting. I went out on the weekend just a little bit and I have like girls hitting on me like nonstop. Like girls approach me. Like I go out, I'm the hot girl and girls approach me. Girls I haven't seen in months. I don't know who they are and they walk up to me like, hey, Justin. And I do this thing where I act like I know who they are. I'm like, hey, it's good to see you. What's up? Right? Because I don't like meet so many girls I don't really remember. I just kind of act like I do. It's interesting though, because like, I think it was Michael approached these chicks on Friday night. And I don't know why I was like kind of nervous. Because I felt nervous, they felt nervous. Isn't that interesting? Do you guys know what that's called? It's called the law of state transference. Okay? So I'll give you guys a little bit about my background. I grew up with really bad social anxiety. I had very severe social anxiety. Okay? Really, really bad. Okay? And imagine this. South America was great, right? But where was I meeting these women? I was meeting them from Tinder or from Instagram. I wasn't meeting them from cold approach. In fact, I did very little cold approach. I didn't go to the club at all, really. Okay? And sometimes I would actually, we did a bit of cold approach. I'd kind of approach random chicks, but like I wasn't really interested in them, so I'd toss my buddies, you know? Another issue is, I don't know if you guys experience this, when you get to a certain level, you just really know what your type is. You guys know what I'm talking about? I know exactly what types of girls I get along with and don't, which is bad because when you know what's funny? By the end of the week, you guys will probably have better cold approach skills in terms of like lack of approaching than I do, right? Because I'm worried about more shit. I'm worried about getting canceled. I'm worried about fucking, finding the right girls. I'm worried about like optimizing time, all this shit, right? So it's really interesting how this stuff works. But what I'm gonna teach you today, specifically by the end of today, dude, you guys are gonna have such a handle on your approach anxiety. We're all gonna do it together. We're going on the street, in the mall, in a field, and we're gonna hammer cold approach together. It's really fucking dope. And by the end of today, dude, approaching anxiety is really not gonna be an issue, okay? And the process you're gonna learn today is gonna allow you to do cold approach for the rest of your fucking life, which is really dope. Because you're gonna be able to do Daygame, whether you're in the mall, the park, wherever the fuck you go, at the club, right? Now, I don't drink. I haven't drank in 6 years. When I was in South America, I went clubbing in Medellin once. I went clubbing in Peru. I didn't even go clubbing in Peru. I just walked around the nightlife area and just walked in different venues, just check it out. More just like tourism, not necessarily clubbing. In Brazil, we did go out one night. We bar hopped a little bit, went to like a rooftop bar. It was pretty cool. Didn't speak Portuguese, so I got really annoyed and went home because I'm trying to approach girls. And my Spanish is pretty good. My Portuguese is fucking shit. I'm like, God damn it. I just finished learning Spanish, and then I'm in a new country trying to speak Portuguese to these chicks. And then, where the fuck were we? In Peru? Bro, I had a whole fucking entourage of bitches in Peru. So I did go to one more club. I went out like maybe like 3-4 times, clubs. I didn't really do cold approach. But it doesn't matter, because even when I was in an environment, I could talk to girls no problem. I go to a club and I'll fucking dominate it. There was a night we went to a hostel bar in Brazil. We were in Rio. And dude, it was fucking hilarious because me and all the boys all had approach anxiety. We're all fucking so successful. Sam's a 6'7", white dude, millionaire, okay? And he had approach anxiety. My buddy Luis, he has a show called To Catch a Cheater. Anyone ever seen To Catch a Cheater? Okay, it's a big YouTube series, 4 million subscribers, and I think 3 million on YouTube, and like 2 million on Facebook or something. And Luis has like, again, millions of followers, right? And I could tell he had approach anxiety. My buddy Clint, military veteran, real estate millionaire, he had approach anxiety. Within 15 minutes, we had every single girl in the bar on us. Like, I kind of recognized we all had approach anxiety, but I was like, okay, how do we solve this, right? We walked into a new venue, all the girls talk to random dudes. I talked to one girl, bounce to a friend, bring my buddy in, talk to her friend, bring another buddy in, just start approaching girls, introduce them to the random girls that are there. Next thing you know, literally in 10, 15 minutes, we had every single girl in the venue. So that is the power of cold approach. That is the power of pushing yourself past your comfort zone. That is the power of just pushing yourself. And once you push yourself, what do you build? Does anyone know? You build confidence. You guys understand how it works? But you have to push past your edge. You have to lean on your edge of your comfort zone, okay? It's very easy to be in your comfort zone. Dude, it's very, very easy to be in your comfort zone. Bro, how do you think I feel being here? In the penthouse with 2 king-size beds. Bro, the day I got back from South America, I was just like, damn, I fucking so happy to be home. I just remember feeling this feeling of just like, fuck, finally home, goddamn. Because even though I was in South America, dude, I was constantly paranoid I'm gonna get robbed. Yeah. I have a buddy, dude, while we were in South America, I had a buddy who was in Cali, Colombia, who got kidnapped. This guy's an old student of mine. Yeah. He got fucking kidnapped. So get this, right? I had two buddies who I toppled on pickup many years ago. They did boot camp with me like 8 years ago, right? I kept in touch with them all these years. They're both very successful, like millionaires and stuff like that, right? And these guys are in a different city in Colombia. One of the dudes lets a chick in to the house, and then she lets in 4 armed gunmen. And then the dudes got kidnapped and held at gunpoint for like 2 or 3 days, forced to give up like tens of thousands of dollars. Like, it's fucked. It was really, really, really fucked up. So this is real. Like, I was constantly paranoid about shit like that. You know what's crazy in Brazil? In Brazil, while because I was calling girls Ubers, because it's so cheap there. It's like $3-4 to pay for girls Uber. But it'll save like hours of time because they can't. They're not. If they take public transit, they'll for sure get robbed, right? But while girls were waiting for Ubers, I was calling girls Ubers. 3 different girls in 4 days got robbed while I was calling them Ubers. Like, imagine that. A girl going upstairs waiting for an Uber, and she got robbed. She gets jumped. Like, someone steals her phone or some shit. Some dude pulled a knife on her girl. Isn't that fucked up? Isn't that insane? It's crazy. So I'm in South America for a month. Do you know how difficult it was for me to motivate myself to leave Toronto to go to South America? It was so fucking difficult to motivate myself to do it, but I just pushed myself to do it because my life is so fucking luxurious and bougie in Toronto. In October, I did my birthday party. We did a birthday boot camp and Halloween boot camp. My birthday party, I had like 600 people there. The Halloween boot camp, we had like probably 500, 600 people there, mostly chicks, right? So I partied with over 1,000 girls in October. Just think about that for a second. Think about how much access to women and how much status I have in the city, which I've constructed most of it from cold approach, built systems to scale it. So essentially I hire promoters to do cold approach with me, and then we throw awesome extravagant events and stuff together. Does that make sense? We're gonna do that this week, by the way. Isn't that fucking genius? Because I was thinking, like, how can I scale cold approach? So I just hired a massive promoter team. And what I do is I get a lot of my old clients of mine to join us and work with my promoter team. And then we're all just, like everyone brings 5 girls. Imagine you have 10 dudes and every guy brought 5 girls there. Now you have a bunch of guys who know game, who are socially aware. and everyone's bringing hot girls, and everyone's crushing it, and everyone gets laid. You know what I'm saying? Does it make sense?
Yeah.
It works it's actually it's like a genius system we designed, right? And then scaling that with social media and just doing all these things. I'm gonna teach you everything this week, okay? Don't worry, we're gonna jump in soon. We're gonna actually go out in the field. The whole point about confidence, push your comfort zone, is you're gonna become much more confident when you step out of your comfort zone, okay? So it's very important that you guys just listen to everything we teach you this week. Understand that you gotta step out of your comfort zone. Understand that you gotta push yourself, and I'm gonna be pushing myself, okay? I'm at a point in my life, dude, where it's like, I don't really have much more goals to work towards, because like, what the fuck else could I do? You know what I mean? Like, I guess the next goal is like hit 1 million Instagram followers, which I was on track to do that by March. But now I'm on track to do that probably by June. My shit was actually growing too fast, actually. My Instagram was growing, like I was one of the fastest growing Instagram pages in the world. Like, dude, 100,000 followers for 3 weeks. Have you guys ever seen anyone who grows that fast? That's fucking insane. Bro, it's crazy. You know, I'm like in the airport, dude, we were in the airport, about to jump on the flight to South America. I'm in the lounge. I only had like 2 VIP lounge passes. And then the dude recognized me. He's like, what's your name? Right? And I'm like, Justin. And he's like, are you drunk, Justin? And I'm like, yeah. So I actually at first I started playing dumb, like I didn't know what he's talking about. And he's like, oh man, I actually thought you're this guy from Instagram, Drunk Justin. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. And he's like, no, it's not. And I'm like, yeah, no, it is. That's me. And he's like, you're lying. So I just opened my Instagram. I'm like, no, that's me, dude. And he's like, oh my God. He starts freaking out, right? And so he gives me a free lounge pass, like for free. And then we go sit down and hang out in the lounge. And he starts bringing me tequila shots. Isn't that hilarious? He brings me tequila shots. He's like, let's do some shots together. I'm like, yeah, I don't drink. He's like, you don't drink? You're Drunk Justin. I'm like, yeah, I don't drink. I just find it really interesting. Right? So like, imagine this. If I'm a shy dude who grew up with social anxiety, who had no friends, who had depression, social anxiety, all these issues, and I've done this, traveled over 50 countries, fucked almost 500 women, 3 bombshell girlfriends. Dude, when I got back and I have this bombshell blonde at the door, opens the door, grabs my face, starts making out with me, brings me in my room, unpacks my bag while I'm in the shower, get like freshening up after fucking 24 hours of flying or whatever, right? And then she unpacks my bag and then just fucks me 4 times in the next 24 hours. I'm just thinking like, I don't know if why would anyone want to leave that? Do you understand how easy it is to get like, yeah, exactly. I was watching you guys know the new Napoleon movie? There's a new Napoleon movie in theaters, okay? And in the movie, there's a king there. And this king was like literally the definition of like fat, lazy king. And they show him just like eating food, just fat as fuck. Well, like of course you become like fat and fucking lazy when you're too comfortable. Of course, and in any way of the sense, like I could get comfortable with just fucking bitches. I could have stayed in South America and just fucking get on the pussy for the rest of my life. And I was able to recognize this is unhealthy. And I'm like, let's just hit my goal of 40 lays and get the fuck out of here. It's a trap. Medellin, bro, Colombia is a trap. I'm telling you right now. Medellin is not a real place. It is a fucking trap, okay? I'm telling you, it is a trap. It's not real. And I have the self-awareness to actually realize these things and realize there's a higher level, okay? There's always higher levels, right? But you gotta be like super fucking disciplined. If I'm ever fucking too much, I will actually stop myself. If I ever hang out with a girlfriend too much, I will stop myself. Because you don't want to overindulge in things that would actually make you weaker long term. It's good to actually go get those results though, right? Does it make sense? Yeah. I don't know if I think there's even examples of this in business. I think that certain people in business, they work too hard. I think there's a balance. Like when I was in Thailand back in 2017, I was in a meditation retreat. I met this really old man who's super depressed. Essentially, the reason he was depressed is he would work too hard, focus too much on money, and he neglected his kids. His whole family hated him. Yeah. You know, so there's always a balance in life, right?